What's up, FTCs? We're going to start another little segment called Prediction Bingo for all the PLEs coming up.
And what that means for the FTCs is we will be creating new bingo cards for every PLE so you guys can play too.
BINGO. Let's go.
What up, FTCs? Back like we never left. We're here with the Money in the Bank predictions episode. We got the REX World Champion. We got Seth Maverick with us, calling some predictions with us today. Let's get right into it, guys.
We want to take a second to thank Seth Maverick for being on the show. And with that said, we're going to get right into John Cena and Logan Paul versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Guys, who do you got on this one?
Me personally, dude, I think John and Logan's going to win. And if it happens up being the main event, we might get a same night cash in, depending on where that match lays.
That would ruin wrestling.
Yep, I got. I'm gonna go a little different. I think I got Cody Rhodes and Jey winning. I'm gonna go a little extra and say that Logan's taking the defeat.
I'm gonna second Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso winning the match. Off of Cody Rhodes' return, I don't think they're gonna want him to lose. They're not gonna want John Cena to lose. So, I mean, they got to take the lesser of the two evils.
That's true. Hey, rolling next up, though, we got the men's Money in the Bank. We got Solo Sikoa, Seth Rollins. We got Andrade, Penta, and LA Knight. Who do y'all think's going to win this Money in the Bank match this year? It's not as stacked as last year's match, I think, but I still think it's got potential.
I think it's got to be Seth Rollins. Who else could it be?
Hey, I got to second you there, dude. If it's not Seth Rollins, the only other person I could see winning is Solo. So I got to say Seth.
So on this one, I got two different picks and for two different reasons. I'm gonna say a personal favorite pick has got to be El Grande Americano.
That is true.
I think what they're doing with him is so great right now. And I think to capitalize on that, because the Money in the Bank is meant to elevate somebody. You don't need to elevate somebody that's already up. But that's just a personal thing that I would like to see. From a professional standpoint, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that somebody I would probably say Solo. I could definitely see Solo winning. Main reason why I don't have Seth Rollins winning is because they tease really strongly about somebody who can stop him from winning the Money in the Bank. I don't see where Seth Rollins winning Money in the Bank. I don't see that going anywhere if he did win. Yeah, because we do remember last year's Money in the Bank winner for the men's was kind of a trash the way they ended all that.
Last year's men Money in the Bank, I got 100% right. This
true.
year,
100% last
I
year.
can't pick Solo, and I can't pick LA because they get slept on. Andrade doesn't belong in this match. Americano is great. I'd like to see what happens if he wins, but I don't think Penta's going to get it either. Because he's already over.
Yeah. And
so Seth Rollins is kind of the guys who they're playing keep away with the title with. That's why I've got to pick Seth Rollins.
We know what we got next. You got the women's Money in the Bank. You got to get, in a sense, probably a more stack of a card than the men's. You got Stephanie, you got Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Naomi, and you have her name that I cannot pronounce.
Julia.
Yep, there you go. I always pronounce her name wrong. And on this one, I think you have to roll the dice. And I honestly believe, Rhea's already been up there, right? Alexa Bliss has already been up there. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be Roxanne Perez.
That's also who I had picked too. I picked Roxanne Perez because she needs something to like get her way into the Judgment Day. Technically, right? That's what we're going off of right now. So,
Yep.
what other way than getting the Money in the Bank? That would make Liv so jealous, you know. So I gotta pick Raquel or my bad, Roxanne.
Roxanne is a good pick, but I think I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss. I think they're waiting to put her back in the spotlight.
So what we also have next is on the lineup, we have the women's Intercontinental title match, right? The rematch between Becky Lynch and Valkyria.
To be honest, dude, I think Lyra's gonna retain, but it's gonna be to some outside shenanigans. Like I feel heavily that something's gonna happen because if they wanted Becky to win, I feel like she would have won last time, right? I feel like they're using this to either bring like Bailey or somebody back, right? So something's gonna happen right here, and we'll find out in Money in the Bank. But I think Lyra keeps her title.
Yeah, I could agree with you on that. But at the same time, I mean, I could see Becky winning. I could see him just to give it to her, add it to the accomplishments. And because of that, I'm probably going to pick Becky winning. I don't think it's going to be clean. I think something will happen, whether it be a cheat way or a help way. But I don't think it'll be a clean win. But I think that she'll win.
I've got to pick Becky Lynch. I think if there was ever a time for her to win, she's got to do it now. I mean, she's lost twice to Lyra. What's the harm in letting Lyra lose once? And then we can get another little series off this mid-card feud. And when Bailey does come back, I mean, her and Becky Lynch, that's the big match for SummerSlam.
Yeah, that is true. That's a good point right there, Devin.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, as far as Money in the Bank prediction goes, that's our picks. You heard it first right here on the Fan Connection podcast. Who all do y'all want to win? Who do you want to win the men's and the women's briefcase?
And guys, who do you want to win between Lyra and Becky Lynch?
I think also too, a better question, also for people, right, that's gonna watching this as well, that keeps up with what Devin Steele is doing and also what myself is doing, is I think people also were kind of wondering who's going to end up winning this title match between myself and Devin Steele, because obviously, right, nobody from Money in the Bank is going to come after me, but I gotta say, I think it's we're really going to put this to the limit. I think we're really going to see of a combination of somebody that's a little bit more in the game for somebody really new to the game, and that's no disrespect, but right, we have to talk about what people saw. Right, it was kind of a out of a nowhere roll up win. I give it to you, but there's a difference when it's all eyes in, right, all locked in. That's a different ball game, right? You got to, and I'm just wondering, are you ready for something like that?
So you want to come on the podcast and push me a little bit. Well, Seth Maverick, I do respect you as a champion. And that's why this match means so much. Because you have the fans' respect and you have the locker room's respect. I'm the guy with everything to prove. And so in this title match, I'm going to prove that I belong in REX. In this title match, I'm going to prove that I am a serious competitor anywhere that I go. In this title match, I am going to prove that the FTC are not to be taken lightly. And in this title match, when I raise the REX heavyweight title above my head, I'm going to prove that once I get pumped up, I can handle anything.
Very well said. All I got to say to everybody on this podcast that's going to listen in is all they have to do is tune in tomorrow, and they're going to find out for sure which one of us is going to walk away with this baby right here.
See you guys there, FTC.
Y'all definitely aren't going to want to miss this one.
And that's about it for this episode.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
As for the fan connection, we're out of here.